How you see the great victory by Pakistan on 10th of May 2025, known in Pakistan as Maga-e-Haq, and demolished Indian hegemony over the region, its defense, arrogance and everything?
I think arrogance is the priest sin that humanity have ever experienced. It's called hubris. And the policymaker or the leader who is exercising hubris for quite a long time and surround himself with the advisors who are feeding and supporting that egocentric, arrogant position, are tending to create a long-term historical vacuum and gap for the nation. Therefore, I would strongly recommend to the policymakers, including not only Narendra Modi, but his dearest advisor, Ajit Doval, who is representing a strong side of the camp of ultra radical and nationalistically oriented against of Pakistan. I would recommend them to read respective books, How Nation Fails.
How Nation
Fails. And if we compare India and Pakistan, because they were like two children that separated from each other, having mutual parents, how the trajectory of different destinies have been developing. Pakistan has taken a path of nation building, consolidation. That's why at the beginning of my speech, I addressed to the audience the basics, the pillars of the nationhood of Pakistan, remembering the words of Muhammad Jinnah, that the ground, the very ground of Pakistani nation is based on the principles of faith, unity, and discipline. And this is important ground, which is actually at the core of the narrative of Pakistan. And Pakistan now is in the stage of great awakening of its ideology, of its identity, of its civilizational narrative. When India, being the oldest civilization of the Indus Valley, is actually demonstrating a grave loss of its identity and loss for the long term its global power projection. As soon as Indian government and policymakers in New Delhi tend to focus on creating huge macro region in subcontinent, trying to actually position its leadership with the language of ultimatums and hegemony, automatically it undermines all the attempts to take such geopolitical heights. And if we look at Islamabad, we see resilience, we see noble position, we see willingness and political strong will to demonstrate readiness for diplomatic talk, because Islamabad is not closing the doors of diplomacy. It has been highlighted yesterday by the former Minister of Law, by Mr. Sufi, also respected Minister, by the Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Mr. Torah, and of course Mr. Ishaq Dar. So he had a great speech, and all of them addressed a very direct message towards Delhi. So we are not closing our door, so we're ready. We're stretching our hand towards diplomatic dialogue. Therefore, you should not be so brilliant observer not to mention that there is a strong difference in the tracks, which can cause serious consequences for Delhi.